Good morning. My last day here in Santiago, Chile. My flight's at around midnight tonight, and it is Sunday, so I figured I'd find a local Sunday brunch somewhere, and that's why I'm here at the Mandarin Oriental. Supposed to have a really good Sunday brunch, if I can find it. Okay, there it is. I don't think it's open yet. That is definitely a beautiful setting for a brunch. Okay, so how it works is that you get to choose one main dish and the rest of the stuff is on the buffet. So the main dish is braised lamb stew, catch of the day. That sounds good. Ravioli with rock shrimp and saffron cream. That sounds good. Steak. I'm gonna have to get the steak. Man, that's gonna be tough to decide. You know what? I've had so much steak on this trip. Let's do catch of the day or ravioli. I don't know. The buffet itself is not very big. There's some pastries, a lot of good looking desserts. A lot of exquisite looking desserts. This looks like a pasta bar with ravioli. I bet you can get a pasta Parmesan cheese wheel. Bunch of hot dishes. Variety of cheese, cold cuts. There's Chilean oysters, ceviche, sushi, mussels. Bunch of different seafood dishes. And breads and pastries. So it's a fairly small brunch buffet, but items all look pretty good. And yeah, it's small, but at least it's not gonna be 160 bucks like what I paid in Argentina. That was a little nuts. I think this brunch is about 50. It's not cheap, but it's got ceviche, it's got mussels, and I get a steak. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the steak because there's fish on the buffet, there's ravioli on the buffet. I'm going for a steak. Ceviche is good. I also got some stuffed cabbage leaves. Oh, this thing is loaded with juicy beef inside. Oh, that's so good. This dish is awesome. Absolutely loaded with tender beef. The cabbage is nice and crunchy. Yeah, this dish is ridiculous. The pasta from the Parmesan cheese wheel is kind of cold and tasteless. And this is a beef ravioli. It's awesome. Wow. Yeah, Parmesan wheel cheese needs some salt badly. Nice salt and pepper. But ravioli, perfect the way it is. Also, the cheese on the ravioli is incredible. And that is because this thing is cooked and stuffed with manchego cheese. Such a rich, buttery, zesty cheese. That is so wonderful. I love the cabbage dish. I love the ravioli. I love the ceviche. I feel like I already like this buffet more than the one in Argentina. All right, cabbage dish is just ridiculous. It's my first meal of the day. I'm absolutely starving. Gotta get some seafood though. A couple quiche looking dishes. This one is a bacon bean omelet. So there's beans in here and bacon. Not my favorite, but not bad. Okay, this is a pretty looking quiche. I normally don't like quiche, but there's not that many dishes in there. I just want to try them all. Wow, that's a delicious quiche. The last time I actually liked a quiche, it was in Seattle, and I thought that would 100% just be a one-off. This quiche is incredible. Fluffy, soft eggs. There's spinach. The eggs are so soft and beautiful, and the flavor is so rich and deep. Look at this crust, crumbly, flaky. Oh my gosh, this is an amazing quiche. There's also little bits of bacon in here too. Oh, I'm shocked at how good this is. Chase it with some of my Chilean oysters. Whoa, that's so sweet. Sweet, buttery, just a tiny bit of brininess. Not fishy at all. I think this buffet, at about $100 less, is already better than the fancy schmancy one in Argentina. And there's tons of different seafood salads and ceviche. This is a clam salad. Oh, look at that. Look at how big and plump these clams are. This buffet might not be big. Every dish is fireworks. This is the rock shrimp with some avocado, with some mangoes. Wow, this is perfect with the avocados and the mangoes. I mean, rock shrimp is fine, a little chewy, but mixed with the creamy, rich avocados and the mangoes, absolutely just brightens the flavors of the rock shrimp. Such a great combination. And octopus too. I bet you this is gonna be good. This is cooked with a bunch of olives. Not all pieces are incredibly tender, but the tender pieces, they're like a dream. I love the flavor from the olives. I have not had this much seafood in so long. This is ginormous Chilean mussel. And mussels in Chile are just huge. It's good too. A little sweet. I love the crunchy vegetables on here. There's so much umami in that mussel. Oh, I love the seafood so much, especially the different ceviches. More food. All right, next round, just a bunch more of the ceviche. Got some salads. You know what I really like in this country is the potato salad, because I love the fact that they add eggs in here. I love it. Of course, I had to get another piece of quiche. Wow. Every time I bite into this, I'm shocked by how good this is. It's so buttery and melts in your mouth. I've had some bad quiche, so this is gonna make me think that quiche might be good. And usually the quiche I tend to run into, they're really dense and heavy. This one's so light. Also, got some mozzarella and tomatoes. I think I'll get more of that when my steak shows up. Look at this. You can't tell me the chorizo isn't absolutely beautiful with the little chunks of fat. I mean, even the salami, look at this. Look at all the fat that's in this slice of salami. That was amazing chorizo, by the way. Oh, that is an absolutely melts in your mouth piece of salami. The clam ceviche I got last time had a bunch of mussels in it too. Even better. This is really interesting. This is the Chilean bean stew that I haven't had before. Look at all the garlic that's in here. Delicious. I love the texture of the beans. I like that it's not just mushy, so it doesn't just blend in with the sauce. It's firm, got a beautiful chew to it, and it's city and marinara sauce. I don't know how much I like the sauce, but I love the beans. And yeah, this thing's just loaded with garlic. Actually, this goes really well with my quiche. Okay, my steak just got here. I gotta say, it looks gorgeous. That's an absolutely beautiful looking steak. So this is sirloin. Oh, it's cutting so easily. Look at how beautiful that is. So juicy, perfectly pink. Oh. Amazing. Comes with potato salad and eggs. So apparently this potato salad, it's a really popular local dish. I think the difference between that and like the potato salad in the US, the potatoes are a little more firm. By the way, this cut even easier towards the middle. That steak is just picture perfect. Oh my God. That was a melt in your mouth piece of steak. The first piece was a little towards the outer edge, still tender, but not nearly as tender as that. Also, such a lovely crust on the outside. This is just perfectly done. I don't think I've had a bad piece of steak on this whole trip. Now the middle piece absolutely melts in your mouth. But this is some sort of mushroom dish with toasted cheese on top. Oh, this is so interesting. This is delicious. It's loaded with mushrooms. This toasted cheese on top is delicious. It's kind of like a mushroom risotto without the rice. It's heavy and it's so rich that it can live in this hotel for the rest of its life if it wanted to. But yeah, that's delicious. Some more ravioli, some of the rock shrimp, the cabbage roll that I love so much, because there's a bunch of desserts I want to try and also pastry items I want to try. I'll tell you what, I really like this buffet. Pretty much everything I had was very well executed, extremely delicious, and I bet you that dessert's gonna be amazing. Pretty much got one of everything from the dessert bar. Everything looks incredible. Pastries too. Look at that little chocolate Danish. It's not chocolate at all. Dolce de leche. Creamy, rich, sweet. Folded into such a light, crumbly, flaky pastry. Incredible. I think this could be a cheese Danish. I think so. Cheese Danish with raspberry on top. Same, ultra light, flaky pastry. A little bit of cream, balanced beautifully by the raspberry. The pastries are excellent. This is from the dessert section. And first, let's try this cheesecake. This cheesecake looks so good. When I was cutting it, this thing absolutely zero resistance. Like a cloud. Like a cheesy, beautiful cloud. This is so delicious. It's incredibly delicate. Oh my gosh. This thing tastes like Morgan Freeman's voice. So velvety and smooth. There's a little bit of mint in there too to kind of add a little pop. Delicious. This I'm kind of a little scared of. This is a ginormous chocolate cake. I think 3 layers. Wow. It's so good, I want to slap myself. This chocolate cake should be crowned the king of all chocolate cakes and then charge all the other chocolate cakes protection money. Wow. How good is that? The answer may be the best. I was expecting this to be the worst thing I got today. First of all, it is decadent. Let's not kid ourselves. This thing is decadent. It's ridiculously rich. This is like Elon Musk rich right here. But yet, when you put that thing in your mouth, it goes down so easily because as soon as it touches your tongue, every little part of this starts to melt. At the same time, there's little crispy chocolatey balls in here to give it a nice crunchy texture. It's so moist and decadent. There's also, I don't know, chocolate fudge in here or something. Just to build upon that incredible chocolatey flavor. I should have saved that one for last. I feel like that's gonna be the most overpowering dessert. I wanna take that whole cake home, close the curtains in shame, and just dig in. So let's try this. This looked really good when I got it. It's a tropical mango cake with some kind of white chocolate shell on top, I think. Wow, that is really, really tart. Yeah, that's too much for me. Oh, that's way, way, way too sour for me. Especially after that chocolate cake, that's hard to handle. This is a lemon tart. Incredible. Inside is pretty much just really light, creamy, lemony foam. Oh, it's so light and good. That is tart, but it's got nothing on that mango cake. This is a little pistachio cake. Ooh, beautiful. Oh, that's a 10 out of 10. I think this is just as good as the chocolate cake. You definitely taste the pistachio flavor. The cream is so light. There's a little bit of raspberry filling. That beautifully balances out the richness of the cream. Oh, it's absolutely splendid. Let's try this. Oh. Oh my God, it just all just squirted out. Oh, wow. This thing tastes like a melty Hershey's bar without the caramel. Inside, it's just pure nutty chocolate. This is a rojo with layers of dulce de leche gluing them together. And there's meringue on top. No, it's good. That's definitely incredibly rich as well. My favorite chocolate cake, hands down. That's one of the greatest chocolate cakes of my life. So decadent, yet dissolves. I also like the pistachio. Overall though, dessert's excellent. Whole buffet's excellent. Small, but very quality buffet. I think my favorite thing on the buffet, if I could choose one because I like so much of it, well, the steak. I mean, I don't know how the ravioli would have been or how the fish was. I mean, I'm sure they would have all been delicious. I think the quality of this restaurant is very evident, but the steak was immaculate, juicy, perfectly cooked, so tender. On the buffet itself, I loved all the ceviche, the seafood salads, the quiche was incredible. Whatever that cabbage beef roll thing was, I wish I had it somewhere before this. That's a dish I would definitely like to have again. Also, everybody's so courteous and nice overall. Great final brunch before I leave the country. So my flight is in about 9 hours. I get kicked out of my hotel in 1 hour. I think I'll find a coffee shop somewhere. Just got to the airport. Didn't really get to eat much else after the buffet, but I think the only thing edible around here is a McDonald's. I think this is the first time I ordered a Big Mac in years. It's still sad to see how small the Big Mac has become. I think this used to be the size of a Big Mac Jr. or maybe a Big Mac the third because it's super tiny. Got some chicken nuggets. This is my last splurge meal of the trip. Starting tomorrow, definitely will be cutting carbs for a while. Although this trip's been so protein heavy, I loved it. I just want to say, this trip has been incredible. I've never been to these 3 countries before. It's just so eye-opening to be able to travel around, get a glimpse of all these incredibly beautiful cities, and of course, enjoy the local foods. Also, everybody I met on this trip, yeah, I think pretty much everybody on this trip, the people here are so friendly, all 3 countries, incredibly nice. I already want to come back. I want to go to Patagonia next time. I want to travel to more remote parts of Argentina. This has just been such an incredible experience overall.
A few moments later.
Well, it's definitely not summer anymore. Back in Vancouver, and there's actually a restaurant that I just found. Let's go give it a try. I think the place I'm looking for is inside this food court. I don't think I've ever been here before. Empire City. Oh, it smells good. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been here before. Okay, this is it. Prata-man Express, and they're known for their Hainanese chicken. Okay, I am beyond excited for this. I've been looking for chicken rice everywhere. I have not found a good place yet. I have really high hopes for this place. Chicken rice, scallion sauce on top. This looks incredible. And look at the rice part. That is some delicious looking chicken rice right there. Wow, this is some tender, authentic tasting Hainanese chicken. Whoa. I feel like I'm back in Singapore. It's so tender. The scallion sauce, the chilies. Oh, the rice is so good. Completely infused with chicken broth. Oh, the chicken broth is so delicious. Chicken broth with a little white pepper inside. Oh wow, this place is awesome. I took a gamble because there was a long line, so I got an order for myself, and then I went ahead and just like carried out a whole chicken. Yeah, that was a good choice. Everything about this is incredible. The sauce, the chicken. This is the most tender Hainanese chicken I had outside of Singapore/Malaysia. Like everything's good. The chicken, the rice, the soup, it's all awesome. Wow, this rice is so delicious. So much chicken umami in this rice. And this is not the only thing I got. I'm gonna put the chicken rice away for now. I also got beef curry and crispy paratha. I mean, it's called Prata-man, so gotta try the paratha. Look at the beef curry. Oh, giant chunks of what looks like beautifully tender beef. Paratha looks delicious as well. Toasty on the outside. Nice and flaky. Get out of town with this. This is almost better than the chicken rice. Actually, I think they might be tied. The Prata tastes like a flaky dream, and the beef, I kid you not, look at this. Look how this thing is just falling apart. And trust me, it's way more tender than it looks. On a beef tenderness scale, that thing's like a 15. Melts in your mouth. No joke. This is one of my favorite places in Vancouver now. This beef curry is majestic. This is one of the best beef curry with Prata combo ever. Wow. This is some bucket list food item right here. Seriously, I feel like I'm back in Singapore. This might be better than what I had in Singapore. I think it is actually. Really haven't had anything to eat since McDonald's, and it's been about 16 hours. And to be able to eat this, the Hainanese chicken and this beef curry and the Prata, it's like I died and went to food heaven. I think they just opened. I'm not sure how long they've been around. I never heard of it before. This is a true hidden gem right here.